Up next, the number 2 seeded New Orleans Saints are favored by 10.5 points versus the 7 seed Chicago Bears. Now, Chicago's not a great team. They backdoored their way into the playoffs. They're arguably the worst playoff team in the playoffs, not named Washington. And look, I'm holding Drew Brees accountable in this game. The Saints, they got the better team. Okay, they 100% have the better team. They have the better roster. They've got the better quarterback. They've got the better running game. They've got the better offensive line. They've got the better head coach. And they have a defense that's just as talented as Chicago's defense. Okay, I'm holding Drew Brees accountable. The last 3 to 4 seasons, New Orleans has had the best roster in all football. And Drew Brees has not been back to a Super Bowl. And this very well could be the last opportunity that Drew Brees has to try to go for a second Super Bowl, to try to make a deep playoff run, because there are reports that he might retire after the season. So, listen, Drew Brees, do you really want to go out losing to Mitchell Trubisky? Okay, I don't think you want to. So, Drew Brees, you need to play well, because versus Jared Goff and the LA Rams, you came up small last year in 2019 versus Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. You came up small at home. So look, Drew Brees, Sean Payton, I'm holding you accountable. If you lose this game, it's going to be a bad look, okay? So with that being said, I believe New Orleans is going to win this game. However, I do not expect New Orleans to cover the spread. They're favored by 10 points in this game. I would take Chicago in the points, okay? I'm not picking Chicago to win the game, but I think Chicago is going to make this game competitive, okay? I believe this game is going to be relatively close, okay? If we rewind back to Week 8 of the 2020 season, Chicago and New Orleans met, okay? They faced off versus one another. And that game went to overtime, and New Orleans barely escaped Chicago with the victory, okay? And I do believe Chicago has the defensive line and secondary to give the New Orleans Saints offense problems, okay? And let's keep it a $1.50, people. The New Orleans Saints are the team that's favored to win this game. They're favored by 10 points, okay? Chicago has nothing to lose. Mitchell Trubisky, are we expecting him to go into Chicago and beat Drew Brees? I don't think most people are, outside Chicago Bears fans. Look, most people recognize New Orleans might be the best team in the entire NFC. So in the grand scheme of things, most NFL fans are not giving Chicago any chance to win this game. So Chicago, they got nothing to lose. I think they're going to actually come out early in this game, and they're going to play this game pretty close, okay? I really do think that this will be a tightly contested ball game, but I do think New Orleans, because they have the better roster, because they have the better quarterback and head coach in this matchup, they will win, okay? And if Chicago's going to beat the New Orleans Saints, it's going to come down to if Mitchell Trubisky can make enough throws to win this game. Can Mitchell Trubisky make the big boy throws to knock off Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints on the road? Also, David Montgomery, he needs to be involved in this game plan. When the Chicago Bears are running the football and they're a balanced football team, they're hard to beat. And when Mitchell Trubisky is getting outside the pocket and using his legs, Chicago's offense is actually an offense that could threaten some teams, okay? So if I'm Matt Nagy, I'm making sure David Montgomery gets his touches. I'm making sure that Mitchell Trubisky gets into a rhythm early in this game. And I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to take shots down the field. I'm going to go for it on 4th down multiple times because I've got nothing to lose. No one is expecting my team to make a run, okay? So, look, I do think Chicago will make this game somewhat interesting, but I'm going to pick New Orleans to win. I believe they have the better roster. They have the better coaching staff. And I'll be darned if I pick Drew Brees to lose to Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears. So give me New Orleans in the 2021 wild card round over Chicago. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juice Alert Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.